Did you watch Mustang's interview at all or no?
I watched the clips that you put up. Yes. I watched most of Key's though.
Check.
Or Kai's.
Who?
Kai's, I'm sorry.
Kai's.
Okay. Yes, I watched most of his.
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
You look a little nervous. You in the seat, baby. You in the hot seat.
I mean, hey.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth so help you God? Raise that motherfucking hand. Mm-hmm. That's your right hand.
What hand you want me to raise? You want
The
me to raise both?
The right
All
hand.
right, all right.
You already started.
Look, hey, look.
Ew. All right, so listen.
All right.
The first question is, what would the 18-year-old Jacobi say to the however old you are now, Jacobi?
You know, I think that he would be surprised. He would be very surprised. I think that he would be surprised at what I'm doing. I don't think he would be surprised at what I'm doing it for. Because 18-year-old Jacobi was always a hustler.
Okay.
So, you know, I think he'd be surprised, like, okay, the field, because I used to dance. I used to be almost a professional dancer in high school and stuff like that. And I actually thought that was going to be my path.
You know, when I watch your videos on Instagram, I'll be like, he has rhythm.
Yeah.
So that's where the rhythm comes from.
Yeah, I used to be able to backflip and all that stuff. But, you know, it didn't happen. And I wound up going to the Army when I was 18. So
Okay.
That's how that panned out.
So you said he wouldn't mind what you were doing it for. So
No,
what are you
no.
doing it for?
I mean, I'm a creative. I'm a creative at heart. Also, the benefits of money comes along with it. You know, I'm a hustler. I'm a businessman at that too. So I think that he'd be like, whoa. But at the same time, I think he'd be like, okay, I see the benefit. I see why you're doing it. And we're going to rock with it.
Where are you from? And was your family well off, or were y'all like a struggling family?
I was born in Illinois, but my parents packed up and moved me to California. I grew up mostly in Modesto, California, which is kind of like the Bay Area, 40 minutes from Stockton, an hour from San Jose. Okay. So like in the valley. Okay. My parents were middle class. My dad worked. My mom also worked. And we had a 4-bedroom house with a backyard and a front yard. Okay. I wouldn't say we were rich by no means, but you know, we didn't miss a meal. So my parents, they did what they had to do to take care of me.
Okay, so you don't have, I'm assuming you don't have the typical story of why you get into the adult work is because you're like struggling and you need cash and you need help, or?
I will say, no, that's not my story.
Okay.
I got in adult work in a totally different way. I already had a job. I have 2 master's degrees already. And I started adult work a little later on, around when I was about 33 and a half, 34.
Okay, 33 and a half. I like that. That's
yes.
What is that dynamic of your family like? You said your mom and dad, they're still together?
So my parents are separated, but they're still best friends. It's just me and my brother. They're still best friends, though. My mom stays, I think, in Missouri. My dad still stays in California as well. I mean, they're pretty chill, and they know exactly what I do.
Oh.
Yes, they know exactly. I mean, my mom sees, my mom doesn't see my adult stuff, but she sees my PG-13 work on Instagram and TikTok, but she knows.
Okay, so she's not following the Twitter.
She's not following the Twitter.
Okay, that Twitter is Twitter.
Well, that Twitter, boy. But she understands.
Okay.
She understands.
When did you find out for yourself, because everyone's journey is different, that you were gay, or whatever letter you attached to yourself from the alphabets?
I realized that honestly at a very young age. I want to say maybe around 11, maybe even younger than that. I kind of always knew that I found men and women attractive. Okay. So I could see a pretty girl, I'm like, oh, and now she's pretty, and I could see a handsome boy and acknowledge that he was pretty or handsome. But I didn't realize what it was called until I want to say I got around maybe like 13, 14.
Okay.
I would hear the word, gay, this. And I grew up in California. So I wasn't the only gay person around.
Right.
Like my mom had a gay friend, my dad had a gay friend, you know what I'm saying, just around in general. So I knew what it was, but I didn't know, like at the time when I was younger, like exactly what path I was going to take until I got a lot older. I think the first time I even got involved with another guy was around like 13.
Okay.
Yes.
What letter do you attach to yourself from the alphabet?
I'm gay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gay.
But we see you
Yes.
dibbling dabbling
I know.
in everything.
I know.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Yes, but I am gay. Yes.
Was it okay to be gay in the household? Like, when did you come out, or were you like...
So it's so interesting. My parents were very understanding. Like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. I will never sit up here and say I didn't have a good support system, but I didn't tell my parents I was actually gay until I was out of the house. I had girlfriends in high school. I went to the prom, I believe, 3 times with 3 different girls. Like I said, I started messing with guys around 13, but it was just like I did one little kiss one time, and then at our high school we would play little games where guys would play, you know, truth or dare and that kind of stuff. So we would do that. I played basketball one year, so I would, you know, kiss the guys in the locker room. We would all just do like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it didn't really become serious to me until I was like 18. That's when I was like, okay, I think I could probably date a guy. But all through high school it was girls like that I was like engaging with, wanting to be in a relationship with. I wasn't thinking about relationship with guys. In my high school years, it was more so just like fun and experimenting.
Okay.
Yes.
This phone wants to talk about you. Hold on one second. It just came on more. That's very interesting. So my dynamic in school was I couldn't even deal with a chick because I knew that I did not like a chick.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, you said you had those thoughts in your teenage years, but you were still dealing with women.
Yes.
Did those thoughts ever like interrupt your relationships or getting involved with women?
I definitely want to say when I was around 18, I remember like just graduating high school, I did have a girlfriend. It's actually kind of funny because she's now lesbian.
Okay.
Right. But you know, we used to do things, and then I met a guy when I was like 18, just about to get out of high school. And I just pretty much was just done with her after that. You know, but you know, I did let her know, and she went and she did her own thing. And that's when I really like explored dating guys, when I was around like 18.
What was that conversation like, and with which parent first did you have the conversation about what you do today?
Okay, so the actual adult work.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't get a chance to tell my mother. My ex-boyfriend told my mother what we were doing. But I've just always had supportive parents, and I remember her just saying, "Are you happy? Yes. Are you using that degree? Yes." She was like, "Are you going to be the best at it?" Because she said, "You know, we're not going to do anything if you're not going to be the best at it." And that was it. You know, that was it. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to do it. I said, I'm going to do it. My mom wound up telling my dad. He called me. He's like, now why I got to hear from your mom you doing that? But look, though, let me tell you what's funny, though. My dad already kind of knew. He said that he saw something of me, I guess, when he was on a website. You know what I'm saying? And because it's me, like I pop up on not just gay websites, but I've also popped up in some like bi and hetero websites as well. So yeah, so he did. He said he saw something of me, but he was just waiting for me to tell him. And my parents are supportive. Like as long as I'm happy, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, like they've always been supportive. And I also contribute that to my success as well, because I didn't have to hide it. You know, once they knew, and they were like, look, we know old, you know, stars and how they end up because they don't save their money. They're not investing. They're like, you know, if you're going to do this, then you need to do this, because my job aspects afterwards, you know, might not be, you know, there for me because of what I do. Right. So it's like, I need to get every dollar. So my parents support me. My man supports me. His family supports us. So it's just like, I just have a ton of love and support around me.
You said you had 2 masters. What are they?
Yes. I have a master's in business administration, and I have a master's in management.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So that's how you're using those two situations
Yes.
for this situation.
Correct.
Very
Correct.
interesting.
Yes.
Um,
I'm not just a dumb star, I got a little background behind me, driving the vehicle.
so I've had me and him and I go back and forth. We like banter.
Yes,
It's very
we do.
interesting, our relationship, right? So in preparation for this interview, sometimes I like to be a little messy. And Jacobi has been in the mess a lot. But I don't think this is a messy question.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm just going to ask it flat out.
You can ask.
What happened with the man before Alex? By the way, I like Alex. Alex is cool. He's always been real nice.
Okay, no, that's fine. So my ex, his name was Matthew.
Okay.
We were together for about 6 years, maybe 6.5 years. Honestly, we started dating. I don't want to say when we were very young, but we started dating when we were around 26. We were in St. Louis together. We both had got out of bad relationships. We connected and we just vibed. We connected, we vibed. I met his family, I loved his family, and we just instantly connected. And we stayed in St. Louis for about 2 years. And then we moved out here to Atlanta and we were together for about 4 more years.
So
I'm gonna tell.
online chatter, from what I've heard, I'm
Yes.
sure it's could be different with everybody, whatever.
Yes.
The reason for the separation was because you got him into OnlyFans and it didn't work out because somebody was taking money or whatever, what was going on. Can you clarify that?
I would love to clarify that. Okay, so we're gonna keep it 100.
Okay.
So how OnlyFans even started, how it even got into my vicinity, is because it was around COVID time. He was a medical assistant, and so he would. And I didn't have to work at that time, so he was working. I didn't. So he would come home from work. We would mess around. We would take pictures, and he decided to put a picture of us on Twitter.
Okay.
So once he did that, we were already kind of a known couple just from people knowing me from the Army and all my endeavors and him and all his endeavors. So we already had like a little bit of a following like on Instagram and stuff. But once he posted on Twitter, that photo went viral. And everybody's like, where's the OnlyFans? Where's the OnlyFans? Where's the OnlyFans? And then my friend Mike Hurd, he came, Love and Light. He came, he was just like, I think y'all should do it. I was against it, 100% against it at first, but Matthew decided, hey, I think we should do it. And so he actually signed us up for OnlyFans under his social, under a joint OnlyFans account.
Okay.
Now, did I agree? Of course I agreed. I was like, I agreed. But when our first 2 weeks earnings were very significant. And that's when I said, whoa, hold on, let me take the reins. Because I know that I can sell this product. I know that we can do something. So, to the outside world, it would have appeared that I started the OnlyFans. Technically, I did not start the OnlyFans, but I was very, I did it. I grabbed the reins after the first month, it was totally in my control. So it was, I would definitely say it was a mutual thing. It wasn't me forcing him. It wasn't him forcing me, but that's just how it played out.
So the separation wasn't as dramatic as...
The separation wasn't as dramatic. We had already been having issues before OnlyFans. Like I said, we have been together for 6 years. Okay. All right. So of course there were arguments. Of course we moved together. Like he's seen some of my best times. He was at my graduation. I mean, I was at his. We seen some good times together, but we also had some bad times like every other couple. Was there cheating? Yes, we both cheated on each other. Was there domestic violence? He hit me once with a bottle. You know what I'm saying? He did. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he did it on purpose. He was mad and he threw it and I just happened to be in the way. And I promise you. I don't, and I'm not just saying that. I do not believe he meant to do it because when he threw it, I was just in the way. I think he just threw it out of anger, and I never put my hands on him. There was a time where I defended myself and I did throw an elbow and I did black his eye, but that was the only 2 times that we ever actually physically hit each other out of 6 years being together, because that was just something that we both did not want to do.
What's the one thing that you took away from that relationship that you learned and adjusted yourself from and you apply it now moving forward?
I think, just the fact of having that relationship allowed me to know what I would and would not deal with. I'm actually thankful for all the experience I had with them because, like I said, they were not all bad. Okay. He honestly, truthfully speaking, he was a good man. He could cook his ass off. He took care of me. We actually were a good team when we were together, but I do believe that we just wanted to live different lives. Our lives just had different paths. Okay. And so, he went his separate way, I went mine. But, I know at the moment we're cool. We're cool. So one thing I can say is I took away just the experiences. Like I'm grateful for all the good and the bad experiences that we had, because like I said, I was in my learning phase. I'm dating this man at 26. He's probably I had relationships before, but he was probably my most serious, given that we were together 6 years. We were engaged. Our families knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, we got a house together. So we were really involved with each other. But unfortunately it didn't work. And I think that we kind of tried to hold on and make it work.
Yeah.
But ultimately we split. And I honestly think that was the best for both of us. He seems to be very happy. I'm very happy. And there's no blood. I just talked to his husband yesterday at the gym.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
what is Jacobi's productions, and why should people pay attention to it? And how is it different from Lucas Entertainment, Helix Studios, Breed It Raw, all the other companies?
Got it. So, Jacobi Productions is my production company. It's a smaller company. I feel like those companies that you name are a lot bigger than me, but we essentially do the same things. There have been times where I've hired models under my company, and then I have the select rights to the film to sell, be it on my OnlyFans, my Just for Fans, whatever. We get contracts, we get, we do testing, we do all of those things before, the actual business is done. So, it's just my production company.
Okay, so you just said that the models that you work with, you do testing.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yes. This
is a right hand situation.
When it comes, I'm sorry. when it comes to my production, yes. Okay. But when I'm doing OnlyFans, I just typically ask for test results. Okay.
I'm only asking because
oh yeah,
we know the climate out here.
Oh, we know the climate. We know. Yes.
Somebody and they were like, "What?"
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, because that is one of the reasons why I'm able to acquire the guys that I get, because I have no problem showing tests. I have no problem getting tested. Okay. So we'll get to that. Trust me.
I just got tested today. I love it. How are you as a content creator different from the other big wigs like Rhyheim and Max Connor? What makes you so special?
First of all, I just want to say thank you for even mentioning me with those two people.
There's five. There's a top five.
I agree. Well, first of all, like I said, I do want to thank you for mentioning me in those top three, because when I look at those two guys, I see businessmen. I see men that have paved a way, for guys like me, for other guys as well. I think what makes me different is that even though, we're all Black and we're all doing adult work, I feel like that I've brought adult cinematography differently than they have. Meaning, like, I have themes with mine. You see animation with mine. You see different kind of things. And you correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't really seen Rhyheim or Max Connor do that kind of work.
Okay.
If they have, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're in their own lane with what they do. Rhyheim has his Brazilian guy set. Everything is perfect. Max has been dominating the industry since before OnlyFans. So, to be compared with them is definitely an honor. But like I said, I feel like I'm kind of in my own lane with what I produce. Okay. And I've produced some films that have never been done in adult film history. Had to watch that word.
Hey.
Yes.
So I'm going to test your level of self-confidence. What would you rate yourself from 1 to 10 involving all of the top content creators? What place would you place yourself? If we said, what are the 10 top Black content creators? Okay,
because I was about to say, are we going to level it down to Black?
What would you rate yourself?
At this point, I definitely rate myself around 5 or 4. And I'm just going based off my head. I'm going based off numbers. I'm going based off statistics. I'm going based off of awards that I've seen. And so, at the top, it's clearly Rhyheim. And then,
actually, who do you think number one?
The number one Black content creator is clearly Rhyheim. I think after him, you can interchange between his fiance Elijah or Max Connor, but then you have Santana XXL right under that.
Okay.
You do. You have Santana. I mean, and I'm just going off of his numbers, the awards he's won, the things that he has done as a content creator, a plus size one at that. You cannot leave him out of the game.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask you who is that?
Yeah. So he's definitely number 3. And then, I mean, honestly, I feel me. I feel me. I feel me. And the reason I'm just saying that, like I said, I'm not trying to be biased just off the top of my head, numbers, statistics. And I'm not just talking about Twitter. You go on my Instagram, you go on my TikTok, you're going to see millions of views. You know what I mean? And so a well-rounded and the same with Santana, he has millions of views on his Instagram and TikTok. So does Rhyheim. So we're well-rounded content creators in that sense.
Okay.
And I don't see that a lot with the other creators. And I feel like they are trying to get there, but I would think I'm number 4. We go, I would think I'm number 4.
All right. Some of your videos have themes, like you said, and concepts.
Yes.
When is the next big theme and concept? And why have you gotten lazy with the themes and concepts?
Lazy is such a strong word.
I am an appreciator of visuals.
Are you?
And I like visuals, and I'm tired of the regular phone on the tripod and the white walls and the dirty pillows. I
did come out the gate swinging, didn't I? No, I'm gonna be honest. When I was creating those things, which I love to create, there was a lot of time and effort. I think people don't understand that doing this is actually taking a lot of time and effort. And I'm independent, meaning I'm doing this on my own. So I'm finding the models, I'm finding the cameraman, I'm paying the cameraman, I'm finding the outfits, I'm buying the outfits. I'm cultivating the people. Then I have to ask for all the pre-releases and stuff for it. So it's a lot of work to do those productions. So most people just see the end result and they're like, oh, that had to be a great time. It was, but before that, before it was a great time. You know what I'm saying? Your boy was struggling, but I wouldn't say I got lazy. I will say that because I set myself up when I came in the gate swinging, it has now allowed me to get to the point where I can coast, I can coast. I don't necessarily have to do those big themes. If I want to, I can. And then I also feel like after I started doing them, I started to see a lot of other creators doing them, which is fine, not knocking it. It just got a little bit oversaturated. So I just decided it got a little bit oversaturated. And also, I'm going to say this too. I wanted to show that not only could I do themes, but I could do the regular pull out the camera phone and do the things, and those also get millions of views. It didn't stop anything, if that makes sense. So me, pulling back from it didn't stop anything. But look, it's not out the woodworks. I will definitely do some more. But no, I haven't got lazy. I would just say I've been blessed to be able to make more money, to do less work when it comes to that, but also allows me to be just more intimate and be more into what I'm doing when I'm able to not have to do huge productions, but I'm able to just have that one-on-one or, 1-on-3 time, whatever we're doing, without all the extra.
What was your favorite themed production?
My favorite, what's funny? So Jacobi's Cabaret was probably my top theme. That's the one that has 18 million views, 26 guys. I believe you filmed it. Did you film it?
Of course I did.
Did you film it? Oh, okay, right. No, that was definitely one of my favorites. But honestly, my favorite one was Jacobi Horror Story. I feel like we ate.
Really?
I feel like we ate that theme up. I feel like that intro. That intro, and and I thank you for your creative direction as well.
He always fights me on every freaking production. Before we get to starting, I run up the idea. He's like, "Well, I don't really." And me and Alex have to fight him all the time. Shut the hell up and do the damn thing.
As I said, I have a great support system. Mm-hmm. I have a great man supportive. I have a great cameraman, producer, and you as well. We've definitely bounced ideas off each other, but I feel like we have made some magic. And we can say Jacobi's Cabaret. We can say Jacobi's Horror Story. We did Jacobi, what was it? The high school theme. Not high school theme. College theme. Jacobi University.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jacobi, everybody was of age. Jacobi, we did Jacobi University. We did Jacobi's Mortal Kombat together as well. And we also did Jacobi's Bakery. All of those videos have over 10 million views. Mm-hmm. All of those videos were very well produced. All of those videos were themes that I have never seen done in adult film Black history. And that was what I was trying to convey when I came out swinging.
Is that why you won Performer of the Year? What was that nomination for?
I won Performer of the Year at the Urban X Awards. I did win. And that was, I would say that video really, it crossed lines. So that Urban X Awards is mostly a heterosexual award, heterosexual adult films award.
What video were you nominated for?
I was just nominated for just overall, yes. But of course they seen Jacobi's cabaret, because I've had heterosexual men and women write me and say, that was the best thing I ever seen. I don't care that you are gay. That is the best video I've ever seen. I've had heterosexual men subscribe to me just to see my process, because they say they want to see their work like that. You know, so when we created that video, it crossed so many lines. It crossed so many lines. Like I said, it had never been done. It had never been done in that fashion. And it had never been done, produced by pretty much everybody was Black. From the cameraman to me producing it to the photos, you know what I'm saying? The models, obviously we had interchangeable models, but we did that. We did that.
What's the difference between, or what's the significance of the AVNs? Because you just mentioned another one.
Yeah. So the AVNs also
like the Oscars of the
AVNs is definitely considered like the Oscars of adult.
Okay.
Yes. And so I got nominated. I'm sorry, excuse me. I got nominated for like Best Performer of the Year. I got nominated for Jacobi's Cabaret as well. Me and Alice got nominated for like Best Adult Film Couple. So I had a lot of nominations. I didn't quite win Politics. The AVNs, even though it is like the Oscars of our thing, I'm an independent star at the end of the day. I've never worked for a studio. I've never worked for a company. I do everything, you know, and so when you do everything and you're not sponsored, you're not going to win an award like that when all the sponsors for that award show are professional stars, which I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. I'm not even going to knock it, because I feel like, you know, you're supposed to use whatever opportunity is given to you. So I do feel like why I haven't won an award is because I have not worked with a studio.
Okay.
From that award show, but I've been given love by all other award shows, so I'm not really stressing it.
Okay. Yeah. I want to go back to the cabaret, because you know, online be onlining.
They do.
And, I heard that there was a lot going on at Jacobi's Cabaret. I was there. I didn't really see much of what they were talking about, but you know, I heard about, you know, substance abuse and substance use. White people not liking the Black people, and Black people not liking the white people.
Right.
Jacobi was a dig, and you know, I heard a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, when I think back, because you know, I was there
the whole time. You were there.
It was kind of like, you know, like Family Matters. Like it was like a sitcom network. We love each other. Right.
Everybody was getting down. Everybody made it on time. There was no D word used up with none of that. You know, when you reach a certain level, and I'm realizing this because I didn't know this. I thought when I got into, I was going to climb the ladder and be working with the top names and doing multiple different things, you know, networking, bonding, doing things. But I'm realizing when you rise in this industry, people can see you as competition.
I think that's every industry, though.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter if it's adult work or whatever.
I wasn't expecting it in adult work because I thought we were supposed to be kumbaya, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I thought it was supposed to be, okay, he coming up. Come here, young Black brother. Let's do this. That's what I thought it was going to be. And I'm not saying I wasn't embraced by some, because I definitely was, but there was just some I wasn't. And so that particular rumor came from a YouTube blogger, and he just didn't like me. But the facts of the matter are the facts. None of that stuff happened. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you got the disclaimer. You could say yes or no, but I specifically had a disclaimer about no drug use at my event.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which I was in, and I don't really like group
chats. And I said no drug use at my event, and everybody complied. So when I
said no race play,
I said so. Okay, so we on the same page. So you do remember, you feel me? And it was just so crazy to watch a person sit up there and be envious of me and just lie like that when the 22 people that were there. No, that wasn't true. There was no fights at my.
So let me go back a little bit. Did you have a conversation with any of the models that would make them go and say those things happen?
I've talked to every single model that was at my cabaret, and they're like, we don't know what this person is talking about.
Oh.
And that's when I knew. I said, okay, so you're just making up something. And I will say it could have been now. I don't know if you remember, but we did have to make cuts beforehand. We had to make cuts because the place couldn't accomplish, because there was 22 people. I was trying to get 40, y'all. I was trying to get 40 in there. I was trying to give y'all the best thing ever. But I did have to make cuts, and I do for sure know that people were a little bit envious. They were envious about it. They also, it was a rumor that I took people's money and didn't give it back. Just like, you know what I mean? It's so you mean to tell me five me is out here taking people's money and nobody's doing anything to me?
So
you got to be for real. I'm 5'5". You got to be for real.
5'5".
And just like I said, this person, I don't know why they're so envious of me. It might not even be envy. It might just be the fact of they see me growing and they don't understand why. But yeah, those rumors were made. Obviously, none of them are true because nobody at the cabaret said that. You were also there.
I had a great time at the cabaret.
And you can let the people know you're not just saying that. You were there.
People that watch me already know.
Right. He was there the whole time, from the beginning to the end.
I'm very candid. I'm very honest.
Yes.
I had a great time. I didn't know what to expect. I was put up nicely. I liked my room. It was away from everybody, which I appreciated. It was kind of hard not to.
Look at you being honest. Look at you.
That's all
I didn't know what you was gonna give. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, we on an interview. I know. Listen, I know mess sales, but I was like, I wonder if you gonna.
I've never been a part of that. I don't subscribe to that. I mean,
to even hear.
I'm not the Zeus Network.
Go ahead.
Yes, let me finish.
Go ahead.
The house is beautiful. I didn't know what kind of house or situation it was going to be. The backyard, the pool, everything. There was a second house in the back. It was just amazing. And to be honest, I was shocked because, you don't really get this kind of level in Black productions, no shade, all light. So it was kind of cool. And then he had I'm not going to say baggies, but everybody had their setup.
I gave care packages to everybody.
Blankets and pillows and all types of stuff. And I was like, what the? Okay.
Hold on. But the YouTuber said the cabaret was ghetto.
Oh, well.
It was ghetto. It was ghetto. It was low budget.
I felt like I was in a white production. I felt like it was a white set. Only thing that we didn't have was security. But we didn't need it because everybody got along. We didn't get kicked out the house.
No.
Stayed the whole time. It was great.
Hold on. They was doing stuff before the cameras even was rolling.
Yeah.
So everybody was getting along.
I mean, when you got there, a lot of the men were attractive, so why not? And the energy was on 10, so why not?
Yeah.
I wish I could have partook, but I'm professional. But
I seen a few of them on your massage table afterwards.
Yeah. One in particular, as soon as I saw him, I said, him all day.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it's not about me. No. We're going to continue.
That was a good production.
We need another one of those. Yeah, it would be different now.
Okay, all right.
It would be
all right. I promise you, I would
that out there.
I got you.
Let's talk about how, and this may not be for everybody. It's probably not everybody's story, but how 10 million views does not translate to followers.
Yes.
On OnlyFans. There are a couple of people that are in the 6-digit range of followers that don't have over 200 followers on Instagram. On OnlyFans, don't have 500 followers on OnlyFans, and they are broke. But they have a lot of, counts on their videos.
Yes.
How does that work? I don't get it.
So this is where my degree takes in. Okay. You can have all of that. You can have all of that on Twitter. If you can't convert these people over, you have nothing. So, and I'm going to be very clear, even with millions of views, it's hard to convert over even 1% of those people. And so you really have to be selling something that people love for them to subscribe to you on top of the constant competition. So if you're not in the forefront of what you're doing, if you're only promoting on Twitter and you're not doing the Instagram and the TikToks, I want to keep stressing that. If you're not being a well-rounded creator, you're never going to get that conversion. And so, the Twitter is the free. So everybody's liking, you're getting this. That doesn't necessarily mean that they want to see that video or they're going to subscribe to see that video. And then also, just to be very candid, if they do come over, most people don't know what to do to keep them there. So they also will get a subscriber for 1 month and not a subscriber for lifetime. I literally have fans that have subscribed to me from day one, from my old profile with my ex to now.
Okay.
Because the content is just that good.
So you have your top 5. I have my top 5.
Okay.
Rhyheim, Max, you, Kep, and Fat.
Yes.
Y'all all do things rather differently. But a lot of y'all, or I think all 5 of y'all, are very, very successful.
Yes.
Fat doesn't bottom, he doesn't verse. Kep doesn't bottom, he doesn't verse.
Yes.
For a long time, Rhyheim was the top until people started talking online, and then he wasn't anymore. And then the same thing,
which was awesome, by the way. Thanks for giving us the bottom scenes right here.
Max. Now listen, I love a good bottom.
Yes.
And I loved. Let me roll that back there real quick. I was about to say something. Shout out to Max.
Shout out to Max.
Shout out to Rhyheim. I'm waiting for Fat, and I'm waiting for Kep to put those bootylicious booties up on the plate.
Because Kep definitely got some bootylicious.
And he do. And it be in my face every time I film his films, and he be getting on my nerves. But I will say they don't. They don't do that, and they're still very successful.
Yes.
So everybody has a lane, is what I'm trying to say, that they can stick in.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, though? Do you feel like if you don't bottom, you're not going to make any money? If you don't verse, you're not going to make any money?
I'm going to tell you, I feel like any boundary is a hindrance. Any boundary is going to keep you from making more money. You know, those 2 particular men decided that that's a boundary that they don't want to cross, whether it's going to bring them more money or not. I know, I'm pretty sure Kep Secret knows that if he was to bottom, he would probably make more money. I'm pretty sure Fat Rapper knows if he was to bottom, he would make more money. But those are boundaries they just don't want to cross. Just like I have a boundary, like I'm not going to do, how can I say this, poop play. I don't know if that's, you know, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do race play, but I know if I was to tap into those markets severely, I would make a lot more. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like that is for them. Like those are just boundaries that they don't want to cross. To be honest with you, I don't really have a thought about it as much as I feel like, you know, I don't feel like it's hurting their bag. I feel like it might just be keeping them away from another type of bag, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. How do you deal with the haters? Because you seem to be very emotional. You seem to be tied into your sensitivity bag. I'm sure Alex has to caress you and hold your shoulder and hug you and say, baby, it's going to be all right.
I want to be very clear. I grew up in a environment where we used to joan each other. So there's really honestly nothing anybody can say to me. Now, what you might have seen online, I'm going to say a year ago, because I'm not going to lie. I used to be very like Rihanna clapback-ish on any and everything.
Yeah.
I used to clap back because why you playing with me? But I think that it didn't really come from a place of like insecurity, or it was just more so of a fact of like, I don't want you to think that you can play with me like that. And I'm going to clown you back. So if you're going to give your opinion on me, I'm going to give my opinion on you. And a lot of people didn't like when I gave my opinion back. And so it would be, oh, you're being sensitive. Oh, we're just giving your opinion. If you come to my page unprovoked, or on your page unprovoked, and say, Jacobi content is weird or themes are lame, and I know you're talking about me, I'm going to go to your page and say, well, I see dirty rooms. Why don't you have the numbers? Why is there roaches walking around?
Nicki Minaj.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to be very clear because I think this is important. That's not something that I wanted to do. But again, I felt like at the time, because you have to realize I was always used to competition, but I didn't think it would be competition in this world. So imagine just having a whole bunch of love when I was at the bottom. And then as I started to rise, the same people kind of, you know, clapping at me, throwing little subliminals, saying my content is weird, saying they don't understand why people are watching me. And then I go to your page and I personally see trash. You know, I would never start and say it, but I'm going to tell you, now we have conflict. You know what I mean? And
you saw it was in somebody's video.
Many people's videos.
Wow.
You know, but at the same time, again, I never would go online and just start that. I always did things when I was provoked. You know, but again, that's not something that I'm proud of. I feel like I probably ruined some friendships or any kind of like business things, you know, that I could have had with certain people, but also at the same time, you started with me, and I think that they thought it would be okay, you know. And I had a talk with Rhyheim, you know, about a year ago, because I haven't had to clap back at nobody in over a year. It really has been that long. And Rhyheim was just like, Jacobi, you're at the top. Why? Who cares what they say? You know, he was like, you don't need to engage in that. He's like, they're baiting you into doing that. And I told Rhyheim, I said, Rhyheim, now maybe you can call this sensitive, because I remember telling Rhyheim this. I was like, Rhyheim, I'm not you. You know, I'm still an N-word, you know, from the hood. Like, I have those tendencies. So when these people are attacking me unprovoked, it's hard for me to be like, just be quiet. Or sometimes it wasn't even about me. They would attack my models. Oh, you got white people in your film. You're putting this under my post. So now I got to read you because your shit looks trash. And so that's kind of where it came from. I know you kind of seen the back and forth, but like I said, that was over a year ago. And I feel like now with a lot of people, like we've made up, we've pushed past it and stuff like that. But that was definitely what I used to do. I used to be very T.S. Madison, clap back, because I was just like, no, I'm going to remind you where you are. If you're going to talk about me, I'm going to remind you where you are. And I'm not going to lie. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it is something that I did, and I'm willing to take full accountability
Was
for
the most of your hate, was it from us?
I don't like this question. Okay, so I'm going to answer that, right?
Is that a yes or no?
It's a yes or no, but
Because facts are facts. I mean, you know, unfortunately, that's how it be.
So let me say this. Yes, most of my hate, I mean, 100% of my hate does come from other black men, gay men that are in the same industry. However, I don't want to totally blame them because I understand why. So let me say this. There are two white creators, Drake Vaughn and Joey Mills, that are, and Timothy Champagne, that are making more money than all of us. But the black creators would never attack them. Why? Because they don't see them as competition. They see me as competition. I'm their peers. We're all black, so they see me. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't see
bullshit.
I'm gonna say that's why I believe that they're hating on me. Like that's it. Pause me.
I'm gonna pause you. In no way, shape, or form are we gonna excuse that type of behavior.
I'm not excusing it, but I'm just saying. I'm gonna be clear. I'm not excusing it, but what I'm saying is, I understand where it's coming from. You know what I mean? I understand. Like, you see me and you see Timothy Champagne.
It's self-hate.
Even though Timothy's
insecurity.
I mean, we could call it that.
It's all
we could call it that.
If you stand on 10 with yourself and loving yourself and what you got going on, you're not gonna worry about the next man, woman, or trans or whoever the hell is doing what they're doing. You just got to be confident in what you got going on.
But you got to realize though, that's not everybody's. Again, not defending them, but that's just not everybody's ministry. We are amateur adult film stars. Some of us came from the struggle into it. Some of us came in because we just wanted money. You got people coming in just because they want to do. They don't even care if they make money or not. It's just, I have the link, let's do it. So when you have all these different feelings and personalities, no HR department to tell anybody what to do, everybody's running off feelings and emotions. You see somebody that you perceive is doing better than you and they've been doing it a shorter amount of time. You might be a little hateful. You might be a little spiteful.
Never.
You might not have.
Never.
I might not have.
No
but I could see why somebody would feel that way. I'm sure I've taken collabs from people that they feel like they should have had over me. I'm sure I have, but it wasn't on purpose. I'm just here to work. I'm just here to work, and I get blamed even though the person agreed to film with me. I get blamed for, Jacobi got this dude and why not me? But at the end of the day, I do want to say, yes, to answer your question, most of the hate does come from my community, but I'm in the vicinity, so it's almost like I expect it. I really don't expect white people to hate on me because they don't see me as competition. I'm not in their peer group. I worked with them, yes, but I'm not, they're not looking at me and saying, oh, Jacobi's going to take this collab from me. But another black creator might say, dang, I wrote this person first, but now they're with Jacobi and feel like I've taken something from them. So I want to give them that grace. I get you calling it an excuse, but also, like I said, I don't think everybody is built for this. You have to be mentally and physically built for this.
You have to love yourself.
You do have to love yourself. You do have to love yourself.
You have to love yourself.
Yeah. I've been rejected. I've had people say, I want to come film with you, cancel on me, say their mama's sick, and then really they went to go film with Rhyheim. I didn't blast them. I didn't blast them. I didn't say nothing rude about them. And actually, in my mind, you know what I said? I said, that's what you were supposed to do. He has the bigger following. That's what you were supposed to do.
How do you feel about the double back, though? Because I get a lot of people that want to double back, and I don't accept the double back.
So, okay.
Do you accept the double back? Let them come back inside
there's
after they canceled on you, friend?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Listen. It depends on the reasoning. Okay. I've had people, I promise you, because I've had people say, hey, Jacobi, I'm not ready when I've asked them. And I've seen they didn't do no collabs and maybe have came back to me like 6 months later.
That's different.
Right. But now the other people that, cause I've listened. So let me tell you, when I was doing my themes and I was winning, oh, that's corny. Nobody's going to buy that. That's lame, Jacobi. Oh, that's the lamest stuff. I can't believe he's doing this XYZ to, could you help me, Jacobi? Can I be in your film? And I'm literally scrolling like, you saw it a year ago, you said my stuff was whack. So no.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that's why I was like, it's a yes and a no. There's some people that I would absolutely not work with. It's not because I don't like them. It's just because you didn't believe in my vision when I was starting up. And now that you see me, I don't want to say on top, but now that you see me excelling, now you want to get on the bandwagon, you know. I'm
going to say this. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. This is not Jacobi. Jacobi's being PC, and that's great for him.
You think I'm being PC?
I love the positive Iyanla Van Zant energy that you're giving. Black people, we need to just do better. Okay, we need to support each other. We need to congratulate each other, and we need to find a way. I feel what really needs to change is finding a way to work together, which leads into my next question.
I was actually going to get on that too. I mean, I agree.
We getting into it right now. Why haven't Rhyheim, Kai, Zaddy, Max, Cap, I know about Cap, Fat, and other high on the list creators that have been doing their thing, not in any of your big productions? We just talked about working together. Each one to each one. I think that'll be an amazing freaking production if you get all y'all heavy hitters that be doing y'all thing to come together and kumbaya. Okay, so I know you're gonna think this is PC, but I'm just stating the facts because I've talked to most of these people. You're talking about bosses, okay? You talk about people who want to run things the way that they want them ran, myself included. So everybody wants to be Beyonce. Everybody, I don't want to say once. I feel like that group of names that you named, everybody is Beyonce in their own mind. So I feel like that has been a little bit of it. Also, just time conflictions. I know me and Rhyheim have talked about filming before. That was never off the table. Max Connor, same thing. We've talked about filming before. That was never off the table. Y'all might see something this year. Clock it. When it comes to like Daddy Corvinus and Kai Levine, I want to say that those are like some amazing creators. I actually used to watch them before I even got in. I think that, I'll tell you this, we all get along currently, but I think that we've had some rocky starts and that might have prevented us from working together. We've definitely had some head clashing, talking smack, you know what I'm saying, being just nasty and disrespectful to each other, but I'm being quite frank. So I feel like that's why we've never worked together. Fat Rabbit, I would love to work with him. I am scared of the D, but I'll do it. I'm scared of it. But if he ever reached out to me to do it, I mean, I would, you know. And I'm not, even with Kai Levine and Daddy Corvinus, I feel like we're at a point now where we could drop some fire. You know, it would just take us all to have a conversation. But like I said, you were talking about all bosses, you know, and everybody. I mean, Beyonce and Rihanna have not made a song together yet. So, you know what I mean? I feel like that, I just want to be clear. There's no animosity or anything like that. I just feel like everyone is in their lane. Rhyheim is especially hard to get. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to get. Even with me being me, you know what I'm saying? That's hard to get. And so I think that's why. I think that's why. That was cute. Yes. That was cute. I like that. You thought we hate each other? I didn't think nothing. I'm just listening. I don't have a... No, I mean, you got to think about, you just said those are the top names. All of them are bosses. You know Corvinus is going to run how he wants to run. You know, working with me, you know I'm going to want to run it the way I want to run it. You know that. I do believe we will bump heads if we try to create a film, but I just know it would be amazing once it dropped. Yeah. It would be amazing. Why don't people that do OnlyFans like to pay their cameramen? I don't know, because I pay my cameraman. I will say, I noticed that people like to do things to be transactional. They feel like you're the cameraman, you get to watch or participate. I've seen people say things like that. Again, you are in an industry that is not regulated by HR department. So people are operating how they operate. You have some people that will pay you for your services, and you'll have some people that feel like it's a privilege for you to even record them. So are you not getting paid by everyone? I don't work with everyone because I have a rate. I see. I see. Mm-hmm. Is the rate stopping you from working with everyone? That's why I don't work with everyone, because I have a rate, and these people don't like the rate.
Yeah.
You got other people out there that don't have a rate.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of y'all films look the way that they do.
See, I didn't say it. See,
I mean,
I didn't say it. He said it.
No, so beyond OnlyFans, I work in the industry, so I know what quality is, and a lot of it is not on Twitter.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I can tell when someone is just doing a favor, and when someone's actually getting paid to do something. But hey, if y'all making money, y'all making money. It is what it is.
I mean, I feel like you're gonna call me PC. I mean, I feel like everybody ain't got money for it either. You know what I'm saying? This is a amateur business, right? So when it was starting off, everybody was just doing iPhones and Android phones and just recording whatever. They are. But if you notice, as OnlyFans progress and it progresses, people's content starting to get better. Or now they want cameraman. Now they want some. You're making the faces, but it's true. Some people's content is getting better. But I also feel like, again, everybody everybody doesn't understand business. I don't want to say anybody's dumb. I don't want to say everybody doesn't understand business. Everybody doesn't understand investment. Yes, you might have to pay a cameraman, but that film is probably going to look 10 times better than what you can actually do yourself. But also I'm gonna tell you, some people are nervous. Some people don't want a cameraman because they're nervous. I
like this side of you, Jacobi. This is a cute side. This is not the Twitter Jacobi. This is the everyday Jacobi.
No, because the Twitter Jacobi is the one that's like, all right, stop playing with me. Now you're gonna get the clap back. I do have that within me, but honestly, this is really me. Like, I've helped a lot of people, make a lot of money, and I'm always being helpful. But I really, like everything I'm saying, I really do feel that way. I think it's unfortunate that, in the past, like my tour, you got to see the nasty side, but that's not, it's me, but it's not fully me,
So at the beginning of this video, you talked about the money aspect of the industry. What is one of the biggest OnlyFans payouts that you've received?
Just from OnlyFans?
Just from OnlyFans.
Can I just show you?
I'm
gonna give you a range. Okay. I'm gonna say,
I said one of.
I'm gonna give you a range. I'm gonna say you can definitely make between 30 and 70K a month doing this.
Okay.
Yes. And that's just on OnlyFans. I do have a Just for Fans as well that I make some money on as well.
Okay. Yeah. Why do you think people love your content? Why do you think people hate your content?
I think people love my content because, as someone once said as an insult, but I actually thought it was a great compliment, I'm the Walmart of adult film. You come into my space, you're going to see variety. You're going to see different body types. You're going to see different positions. You're going to see different races. You're going to see different themes. You're going to see when you look at my stuff, you're going to find yourself in it. I think that anyone who looks at any of my videos can find a video that they can relate to. Either they can see themselves in it, they wish they were there, they wish they could create what I created, whatever the case may be. I think that's why people love it. And then it's refreshing. I haven't done a prison jail scene specifically, and I probably never will, because I feel like that is something that has always been done when it comes to our community, our scenes. If you think of
That's interesting.
if you think of our stuff from the past, we had just DL stuff, jail, prison. If they did do a theme, that would be the consensus. But you go to you go to my adult stuff and you see Power Rangers, you see Aladdin, you see Tarzan, you see a 26-man scene, and then you got a college scene. You know what I'm saying? You got that variety. It's like I can't do. And then I have straight boys, converting over. So people like that, I have women now, I have trans. So it's like, I have guys that are thin, I have guys that are muscular, I have guys that are thicker, all races on my page. So you can't go to my page and say, I can't find something I don't like. And I think that's why people like it. Now, people that hate it, I feel like maybe it's just not for them. If you can't find something on my page that you like, I feel like you must like some hentai or something, some other kind of stuff, because there's no way you can look at my page and not find at least one video that you like.
Straight baiting, is that a thing? Because you have films with women.
Yes.
And you're gay.
Yes.
So
I don't think straight baiting is a thing. I think that I have adopted the straight for pay model, just like you have guys that are gay for pay. I'm gay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gay, but I will say this: when I'm able to perform, I'm an actor. I'm able to perform. I'm able to perform in that sense of, if there's a woman there and she does the right things and the smell is right and she does the right thing with her hands and mouth, then my man is gonna jump up and I can insert. And I've done women before. Now I will say a new experience for me was doing trans. I've never done trans until, and that's a trans man and a trans woman. I had my very first experiences doing adult films. So let me just say that again. My very first experience with trans man and a trans woman was doing adult films.
Okay.
And I liked it. I really did. I went in there nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Check, or you like the
No,
experience?
I'm going to say thankfully I had people that were professional and made me feel comfortable.
Okay.
Because I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was nervous with the trans woman. And it's not because she wasn't attractive or anything like that. I just didn't know what my friend downstairs was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what he was going to do. And so she did the right movements and he got up and that was that. Same with the woman. But I am gay. I do produce those films for another reason. I have heterosexual men, heterosexual women, DL men, bisexual men, bisexual women that all subscribe to my page.
Okay.
Yes, heterosexual women love gay adult films.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
So we're going to get into gay baiting.
Okay, let's do it.
You have one of the biggest proclaimed gay baiters according to online.
Yes.
Being part of your films now. He used to be in the heat, the fire of hell.
Didn't he?
Yeah, for his antics.
Yeah.
Quick question, because everybody wants to know, how much do you pay this man? What is his name? Grandy
Glaze.
Okay. How much do you pay Grandy Glaze to do what he's doing now? Because now it's no gay baiting. Now it's like insertion and
It's real. It's real, ain't it? It's real. Right. Right hand, he's never done a fake scene with me. Right hand, I don't pay that man. Our last scene, I don't pay that man. We work together and he makes 20, 30, 40K. You know what I'm saying? So every time we work together, he's made the money. So he sees the benefit in working with me. And I want to run a little contest. If we got a sidebar, I want to, not sidebar, I want to run a contest because I think that's funny. The straight, there's a consensus I'm paying these straight men tens of thousands of dollars each collab, right? If anybody can show me a receipt, a text message, a Zelle, a Cash App, a Apple Pay, I will give y'all $10,000 if y'all can show me where I have ever paid anyone $10,000.
My phone.
Heck, we can go down to $5,000. You know what I'm saying? We can go down to $3,000. Now, what I will say, I do have Jacobi Productions, and I have 98% of my collabs are collab for collab, meaning we work together, we share the video, no money exchanged. However, I have about 4 or 5 films where I paid the model under Jacobi Productions, just like Black Rain would do, Helix would do, Men.com would do. I paid them under Jacobi Productions for the rights to the film. And for those who don't know, that means that I am the sole person allowed to sell that film.
Oh, okay.
So, exactly. I believe Kept Secret does the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Kept Secret also pays.
No film away.
Kept Secret pays all his models. I know because that was the reason why me and him didn't work, because he didn't want to share the film. And I want to say I respect his business. I respect it. Yeah. But we bumped heads because I'm like, what you mean?
I was
like, you're not going to pay me that and keep the film. We had a business meeting. We shared financials. He was like, oh, you make that much? And I was shocked at how much he made as well. And, we just came to the sense that, okay, we can't work together. And that's the sole reason, because he wants to just pay me for the film. And I can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get with that. But you notice none of them are ever called into question. So I feel like if I have Jacobi Productions and I've paid models, and I want to be clear, the models that I paid, most of them were not straight. I've paid gay models to do some of my films where I have the sole rights to the film. And to be quite frank, I kind of wish I had more. I wish I could just pay, because I pay the industry rate. I pay between $600 to $1,000. I paid the industry rate. But it's not the guys you think. It wasn't Grandy. It wasn't James Angel. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, who else did they say? Gok Trizzy, any other straight dudes that they say that I paid. It wasn't. Flashman Wade was also there. He's also a straight dude that they think that I paid tens of thousands of dollars to.
Yeah, but you didn't really do anything with him.
No. But they assume anybody that. I will say he did a little bit more, but that's because he was rubbing on us, we was rubbing on him. But whenever he works with other people, he really doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like he doesn't touch, he doesn't do anything. And if they start messing around, he leaves the room. In our film, he was there, he was present, he's pushing our heads down, you know what I'm saying, XYZ. But even to have him be there, people were assuming, oh, I'm paying. People were assuming, oh, I got to be paying Grandy. I got to be paying, all, like, again, $10,000. If I was paying that much money, y'all don't know what investments are. That's all I'm saying. The people don't know what investments is. And if I was paying that much money, I would say it, and I would probably say, yes, I paid $10,000 and I made $100,000. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But I just haven't. But like I said, that contest is out there. If anybody, I just want anybody, like I said, we'll even bring it down to 5 or 3. Y'all can find a text message, a Zelle, anything from Jacobi, Jacobi LLC, any of it. I will pay y'all $10,000.
So this Grandy guy has an amazing looking butt.
Yes.
How does it feel?
It was tight. It was tight. I mean, it was his first time. Is
tight always good? I'm asking you.
No, tight is not always good. I prefer a more seasoned hole.
Oh,
yeah.
I
prefer, I prefer a more seasoned hole. Yes.
How does these agreements or arrangements work between you and him? Does he call you or you call him? You're like, oh, in August, I want to do a film with Grandy. Let me call him and see.
Honestly, it's honest. So we filmed a total of 4 times, maybe 4 or 5 times. We've done some lives as well. So it kind of gets jumbled in there. It'd be like, hey, bro, you want to make 20 bands this month? And be like, yeah, come. I will say he was a slow burn. We definitely started off just with really basic stuff. And I just feel like he just realized the fans love us together. They realized also for him, and I want to be very clear, because I do want to go back to the gay baiting just to touch on it. I feel like gay baiting, once you start actually doing the actual action, that's thrown out the window. Because so many of our old adult film stars from the past were straight. You just didn't know it because there wasn't social media telling their business. A lot of them were straight, but you would just see them on the DVD or on the VHS tape, and you didn't know about their personal lives. Now you know about our personal lives. But if that person is a gay baiter, if Granny's a gay baiter and he's doing real content, then all of your faves back in the day were gay baiters. Because a lot of them were straight.
Well, yeah, I mean,
a lot of them were.
Him as that now.
Yes.
So
now,
in the day, he was there.
But let me pose this to you. Let me pose it to you because let me tell you why I don't feel like gay baiting is necessarily wrong. I feel like it falls under the category of a fetish. So you have poop fetish, you have, urine fetish, and then I feel like you have gay baiter DL fetish, where guys don't want to see the intercourse immediately. They want to see a slow burn. They want to see this guy, okay, first he's by himself. Okay, now there's a gay guy in the room. Okay, now the gay guy touched his leg. Okay, now the gay guy kissed him. And these are all different videos. And I know it because when I work with them and I go on lives with them, especially when I go on lives, if I'm on a live with another gay guy, I might not get a lot of tips. If I'm on a live with Grandy or James Angel or any of those straight guys, we can do the bare minimum and their fans will tip hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Like, can you slap his butt? $50. Can you kiss him on the cheek? $200. So that's a fetish for them. But for you and I, we're not paying for that. I want to see the hardcore, you want to see the hardcore, but I think people have to realize that you're coming from your mind frame and your thought process. So when you see that, you're looking at it as it's mediocre, but the next guy who is infatuated with this person, that's the best content they've ever seen, is him and another gay guy in the room playing patty cake. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we just have to change our mind when it comes to gay baiting because they have their fans. If you're not a fan of their work, don't subscribe. Don't buy.
I'll ask you a raw question. It's not on my card, but it comes to my mind. Yeah. These particular men, not anyone in specifically, but what is their demeanor like toward gay men? Because for me, I would have a problem if we're giving this person 50, 40, however much money they're making, and they're a complete asshole to the community, or they come out the side of their neck when the camera's off. Yeah. Like, what have those experiences been like? Are you actually cool with these people?
I'm going to just speak for the guys that I've worked with.
Okay.
I have not seen any of them disrespect the community outside of Mike Mann one time saying like, hey, I'm not gay. Don't hit me up on that kind of time, and somebody might look at that as disrespectful the way he said it, but also he's setting a boundary, So I will say for the guys that I have worked with, I have not seen that. And if you have, correct me if I'm wrong. But the guys that I work with, when they're around me and the things I see them do on social media, I feel like they've all been pretty much allies of the community in some kind of way. They have been. If they were out here trashing the community and talking about our community, they wouldn't be working with me.
Why do you think the community just feels like you're paying all of these people?
I feel like it's a combination. You know what we're going to call it? I feel like it's jealousy a little bit. And I also feel like it's just a misunderstanding. You have to realize everybody doesn't operate in the same way, And I'm gonna be very clear because I actually had some notes. Oh yeah, I got some notes. Yes, because I love that question because we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, and I'm gonna tell you why I get the guys that most people other can't get. Right.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with number one. STDs and condoms. Okay. If you look on my page, when I first did it with Grandy, when I first did it with Mike Mann, I did something with Jay Bunny. They all requested condoms. I obliged. Now I want to be very clear. A lot of the creators do not use condoms, and they don't use them because their fans do not like them. Even when I use condoms with those people, I still had comments like, oh, why wasn't it raw? That's lame. You know what I'm saying? Make money off the videos with the condoms, don't get me wrong, but there were comments like that. So I do understand why a lot of creators don't do it. Those guys did not want to do any kind of raw stuff when they came out. You know what I mean? So they were reaching out to other people, and some of the creators, I've seen it myself, when hey, can I see your full panel? They go ghost on them. Hey, can we use a condom with this film? They go ghost on them. So they've already X'd themselves out. Number two, I'm professional when I get in the DMs. I personally don't like, even though I do what I do, if somebody wants to work with me, I'd rather them write me in my inbox and say, hey, Jacobi, let's work together. I think we can make a bag. Now, hey, Jacobi, I want to do this to you or do that to you or do that to you. I'm not saying that person isn't about business, but for that to be your initial message is crazy. And then when I've seen these straight guys inboxes, that's how some of the other creators are hitting them up. Sexual off the jump. Or I've seen messages like, I can give you, fellatio better than your girlfriend. That's your initial message to a straight dude. So boom, you X yourself out. Haters and word of mouth. So we want to talk about how I'll even break down the line of how I got all these guys. I'm going to make this very quick. I worked with Gok Trizzy. We did a Tarzan scene. Gok Trizzy was on a TV show with Grandy. Bobby, I love you, per. Grandy was already following me. He saw the pictures and the Tarzan clip. He asked Gok Trizzy about me. Gok Trizzy said I was cool. Grandy came and worked with me. When Grandy worked with me, he knew James Angel. James Angel asked Grandy, am I cool? Grandy said yes. James Angel worked with me. James Angel knew Dallas, Flashman Wade. Same thing. They all talked about me and how they made money. Grandy told them and showed them, look, I made a bag. I made a bag working with him, and he's easy to work with. He'll show you the test results, all of those things. Now, this is going to be a little controversial. All right. So you've seen that I've topped some of these people like Mike Mann. You've seen I've topped Grandy and things like that. And I've topped some, some bottoms that I think that people feel like should have went to other tops first. This is going to be controversial. Everybody doesn't like huge things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't want to be dug out. And so when they see my content, they say, okay, when I'm topping, I could do that. I could dig you out. But I can also be sensual. I can kiss on you. I can do these things. And don't get me wrong, I love big ones. You know what I'm saying? I personally do. But when I'm hearing from these people, because I'm very much like, hey, why don't you go work with them? Oh, no, their thing is too big. Oh, no, I watch their content and they don't respect their bottoms. But this person is now mad at me because they feel like I took this person or I paid this person, when reality is it's your content that's keeping them away. And nobody wants to admit that to themselves. And that's why I say it's a little bit of jealousy, because if you were to actually sit back and say, okay, maybe my content doesn't align with this person's content. Maybe I'm dogging out my bottoms, but I want this dude to bottom for me, but it don't even look like that's something that he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So everybody doesn't like that, And then, Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's been word of mouth. My haters, I love my haters. Let me tell you why I love my haters. I've seen so many messages of people telling other creators not to work with me, or say, "Oh, don't work with Jacobi, he's weird," and then they go to my Twitter, and it doesn't make sense to them. It doesn't make sense. They're like, "Wait a minute, if his content is weird, why does he have so many followers? If his content is weird, why does he run an OnlyFans one-on-one spaces where he is teaching regular create? If he's selfish, where I've taught so many creators out of my own mouth for free, hundreds of creators for the last 3 years, me, my friend Boys to Breed, Eric Hall, Santana, Rhyheim pops up. We have a space where we teach creators how to run their OnlyFans. We started that. And it just doesn't compute. So when my haters are out here saying don't work with Jacobi, they look on my page and it don't compute. And this is why I'm able to get the guys that everybody doesn't get, because of these boundaries and standards. Y'all don't want to show test results. Y'all have content that is, I'm not going to say it's not elevated content. If you want variety of guys, you need to have a variety of content. If I'm looking at your page and you're doing the same thing in the same position for 3 years, how can you expect to get somebody, somebody else? Grandy was never going to go bottom for somebody that's rough doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Or huge. He might in the future as he gets ready, but this is the reason why.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that was very, very, I just think that's very important to point out. Like, y'all have to start looking within yourselves. If y'all want to work with these guys, provide those test results, switch up your content, maybe don't hate on me, because every time y'all hate on me, and now this is me being a little cocky, every time y'all hate on me, I get a new collab. Every time. And they tell me, look, such and such said don't work with you. Such and such said if I work with you, they would never work with you again. And then they come to my house, they get the 5-star treatment, water, I'm treating them well. I'm doing what they need. And then they release the film and they're making money. And then even after they release the film, I'm calling on them. I'm checking on them. Hey, bro, you need some help. This is what I do to like 90% of my collabs. And this is why I just get the guys y'all don't get.
Who was your favorite straight collab?
My favorite straight collab was probably Grandy.
Which one? The latest one or like?
Definitely the latest one. Because I feel like he was a little more ready. It was raw. Right. He did a little fellatio. He did a little fellatio. It was raw.
Pull it to you.
It was a good time. It was a good time. And I ain't trying to talk your head off, but yeah, he was a good time.
You have some things to get off your chest.
I had to.
This sentence for me.
All right.
Grandy is
hot.
Gak Trizzy is
crazy.
A real live pro is
cool. He cool.
Kai Levine is
he cool.
That's how you gonna finish?
I don't really have.
Rhyheim is
a boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Max Connor is the one person I
would actually love to work with.
My man Alex is
my world, my rock, my everything.
Oh,
yeah.
When I think of working with someone, I
don't know. I just do my research. I don't know. Try to do my research on them a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm skipping a lot of questions.
I love how you brought up Kai. You keep bringing up Kai. We can talk about Kai.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
It really ain't. Like, honestly, I'm going to be real. Like, keeping a buck, if this was a year ago, I would be saying, I don't like Kai. I feel like he didn't want to embrace me, as I was coming up. And I feel like I never did anything to him. And, one day we were attacking each other online. And I feel like I didn't like him. But then we made up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in this present moment, I have nothing bad to say about him. But like I said, a year ago, I probably would have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressured into doing interracial collabs, videos of trans women, straight men? Yeah, let's start with that. Do you feel pressured?
So I'm going to say at the end of the day, I have control of whatever I do. So I don't necessarily feel pressure, but I do know that if I was to not do any interracial collabs, I would not be as successful as I am now.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Okay.
That is a fact.
If someone does like everything though, like you practically do like everything, Is the chemistry always really 1,000 every time you do a production?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, so it's just we decided to do it. We're gonna do it, and that's it.
I'm going to say, truthfully speaking, I'm going to say 90% of my collabs are authentic. We have like really great experience. Like this is what we was wanting to do. And I would definitely say 10% of it is like, okay, you're attractive enough, or they think I'm attractive enough. And we know that we're doing this solely. It's a business transaction because the fans want to see us. You know, I think people kind of forget that we're running a business. You're running a business. You can't do what you like, because what you like might not translate to your audience. And that's another reason why a lot of people don't do well, because they're doing what they like. So they only want to work with guys that they find 100% attractive, that they would necessarily date or do something with, you know, off camera. For me, I don't have those hangups. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to want to take me on a date. I don't need you to even, I don't even need to be your type. I just need you to come to work. Have our chemistry, make it look how it needs to look. And we put it out for these people to do what they need to do with it. Because at the end of the day, we are actors. And that's where a lot of creators fall short. But again, we're independent, so everybody's running how they want to run it.
Okay. So we ain't got to get into specifics, but I do want you to answer the overall question. Okay. So I'm going to read it off this card. There was a moment where it seemed like you hit a low point in your OnlyFans career or your adult career. And some people that you considered close at one point, even... Some people that you consider close at one point didn't come to your side.
Yes.
How has doing business now shifted for you after all of that?
It definitely shifted. It's actually kind of funny because I'm grateful for that low point. That low point brought out all the snakes. I'm telling you, like when I had that low point, that's when I was seeing people talking about me, people that I have personally helped, like out of homelessness or even helped with their content. You talking about me, you trying to jump on a bandwagon. It made me be more cautious. That's why I literally I've cultivated a group of people that I mainly work with, and I help them help themselves. I help them with their OnlyFans. You know, they help me. We come up with so many different things. But it just let me know, like, I can't help everybody, and I just need to kind of like build my clan just of people who actually love and care for me. But, you know, when I had that low point, a lot of people did come to my rescue, and then there was a lot of people I'm like, okay, I see what category I have to put you in. So
how is it navigating being in a relationship doing this adult work? I mean, y'all both do it, but like, how do you navigate it?
Honestly, I'm gonna say, and I wish I had just something better. I just really have a good man. I have a good man. He's so supportive. He does not give me any problems with what I'm doing, because we notice it's a business, right? We met doing this. This is how we met. Uh-huh. Our first time interacting was creating a film. I will say we try to make time for each other. Like, there's been some times where we're like, all right, we're gonna not do this collab because we want to do something later. That's definitely been, something. But, as it stands right now, we talk about things. We talk about every collab that we're going to do. We have solo collabs, where sometimes he's not in the film or I'm not in the film. And I feel like we just navigate it well because we're both adults and we both have the same vision and we both have the same goals. And I think that's what's made it so much easier. Like he understands that when I'm going to work, I'm going to work. I'm not going to go fall in love. I'm not going to go do anything like that. This is my job.
How did you meet?
Okay, so let me give you so I had a film. It was a film I wanted to create. It was a doctor-patient film. Okay. And I don't know if you know a guy, his name is Rain, but he was supposed to be my doctor. He dropped out at the last minute, and Alex was actually kind of my backup. So I called Alex. I was like, look, my dude dropped out. Can you come and shoot this film? And got him the ticket from DC. He came. And our first interaction within the first hour was us creating the film. That was our first, sexual interaction. And we just couldn't stop after that.
So that brings me back a little bit, because it's like, you say that it's work, like not just you, but everybody in the industry says it's work, it's work, it's work. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Yeah. But then you get on set with somebody, and then it means something.
I was single at the time. I just want to be very clear. I was single. I was. So mind you, we talked about my relationship previous. That was maybe 6 months after that breakup, where me and Alex had shot that film. So I was single. I had no. Hold on.
It's still work though.
It is.
And
hold on.
Feelings develop.
I agree.
So
I'm gonna answer it because even before even Alex came in the picture, there was other collabs that I had with some hot dudes like Uno, a couple other people that I wasn't trying to go there with them, and the film was amazing. It was amazing. It's just like when me and Alex did it, we did it, and we did it for the film. And he was just cool. Like after we actually talked, we conversed. I believe we went out that night. He stayed over for like 2 more days. And then when we started doing stuff off camera, that's when I knew. But anybody else that I filmed with, we don't do stuff off camera. All those people you see me with. Oh, I know, right? I know. And unless it happened before I started doing this work, because some of them was before I started doing this. So a couple of I had relations before, but when it started, Alex is literally the only person that I've done like off camera. Like we don't do that.
When you see a scene with Alex and he's moaning and loving on another man, saying all types of sweet words while bottoming or topping, how do you distinguish the scene versus your real sex life? Because is there certain things that he says with you and that he doesn't say on set, or is it just he says it on set, but in your head it doesn't mean anything?
Yes,
because it's just work.
Yeah,
but you met him just doing work and y'all fell in love.
Right.
So how the hell do you distinguish between the two?
Okay, so maybe it's part of my delusion, maybe it is, but I want him to do those things. I actually want him to enjoy his scenes, because when you're enjoying your scenes, you're putting out the best possible product. There's been times where I'm like, babe, you need to moan a little more, babe. You need to, you know what I'm saying? Like that, we pep each other up and talk like that. I'm not gonna lie, it turns me on. Like I don't have, like when I'm watching him do those things, I'm not thinking, oh, he's gonna fall in love and leave me for this person. I'm thinking like he about to make his bag, and honestly, this looks hot, and I'm probably gonna have fun with the film by myself later, because I've done that before. I've definitely watched his films by myself, but I will say, that took a lot of growth. And it wasn't from him. This is from having those kind of things off camera with my ex. I've seen that before, And so, like I said, part of my delusion, that's just not something that I think about. And I also feel like this, I'm also not crazy. It could happen. He could definitely get some good, bottom or front and say, oh, I love this person, I want to be with them. But I just know what I bring. It would be crazy. And if it does happen, then that honestly means that he was just not the one for me. And I truly feel that way.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
It turns me on, Wes. I'm not gonna lie. Like people be like, you don't be jealous. I'd be like, little do you know, I'll be setting up some of the collabs.
So there's no limit to it? Like, can he be breeded by someone else, or can you be breeded by someone else, and y'all literally just walk away from there like, high five, good job? Like, there's no limits? Like, no limits whatsoever?
He can do those things. I have also done those things. Yeah, I promise you, it turns me on. I don't know. Yes. It turns me on. I don't know. But, I will say, there's a limit. Like, my limit is this. You want to know my limit? After the film, y'all don't need to be texting about doing anything off camera or any, you know what I'm saying?
Or you want to go to the movies with somebody he just got breaded by?
I would question why.
Okay.
Yeah, I would question why. Because and it's actually kind of funny because, like, yeah, it would be crossing the line, but if he just because we've met some friends. We have. I don't know if you've seen my crew. I got my redhead friend, Ginger, Gustavo, Denzel. We met these people doing that, but now we're friends with them. We don't mess around off camera. We only mess around when the cameras is on.
So if we want to go to Denzel house and do a video with Denzel house and you not here,
that's okay. As long as they're doing a video, yeah.
Oh, okay. But then they could go hang out and go to the movies.
They can, yes, they can.
Oh.
Because again, these are people that we've cultivated relationships with, and I know their mind frames too, because we don't do this stuff off camera with each other.
So is this like another? How can I say this? Let me not say that name. Is this like a polyamorous
No,
situation?
I mean, this is like, I wouldn't call it polyamorous, but you can call it a polyamorous friendship. Like, yes, we have all done stuff with each other, but we also, help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, cars broken down, we there. Like, I would say we like Noah's Ark. Like, we like Noah's Ark, but we all do.
And it's all
OnlyFans.
on camera.
It's all on camera. Yeah, and we've been around them for like over a year now. I don't think we don't do that. But everybody has their boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their boundaries. Now, like I said, if he was to ask me from some stranger, I was like, "Can I go to the movies?" And I might question it, but I don't know. I think my man loves me.
When are y'all gonna get married?
We're engaged already. Honestly, next year. We was looking at wedding planners. We was looking at all this stuff, and like he has a huge family. We actually haven't decided exactly what we're gonna do, but I will let you know.
Oh, am I invited?
You invited if we have a wedding or a reception.
Who proposed to who?
I proposed to him.
When did you know that that's what you wanted to do? What moment was it that made your mind clear?
We had been dating 3 years. Already moved in. Just bought another house together. And like I said, I honestly, the fact that we've been together so long, and I'm going to be transparent and clear, I'm not tired of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tired of our sexual life. I'm not tired of mentally, like he doesn't bother me. He's so supportive. Yes, we have arguments, but it'd be like, what you want to eat today arguments. Like, that's like the extent of our arguments. And I don't think I've ever had a relationship be this long and me have like, they cheated on me, I cheated on them, we've lost interest, we're arguing about cheating, like we don't have those arguments. Like there's no lying, cheating arguments. And for us to be together for like 3.5 years, I kind of feel like that's big, but also again, I feel like this is very important. I'm at a place in my life where certain stuff doesn't matter anymore. And these are things that I learned throughout my old relationships, including my exes. There are certain things I will not tolerate, so I'm glad I had those experiences with my ex because it set me up to like have this experience with him.
Okay. Yeah. So I was going to ask, how has Alex changed your life?
Yeah.
And I would think that would be a part of that.
He has, and even outside of the OF stuff, like even me getting another place and then doing investment properties, like these are all things that I wanted to do, but he has been a person who has pushed me. Like, I'm a man, and I have needs, and me, like, I know I'm creative, but to have a person that's like pushing you, like, go do it. I still have my, my reserves about doing certain things, but I have a person that's like, go do it. We got this. I mean, he makes his own money too. I know there's a misconception that somebody says he's my sugar baby, but he has his own page. He makes his own money, so it's not even like that. He's just genuinely like supportive. And I don't think I could have asked for a better man, honestly.
Do y'all share the money with the collabs, or do you get like 80%, he gets 20?
No. So how OF works is we create a video. You have a video, I have a video, and whatever money you make off the video is the money that you make.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
OnlyFans versus industry professionals. Thoughts?
Okay. So I do feel like as an OF star, independent creator, we work twice as hard because we do editing, we do marketing, we cast. Some people that have studio, like small ones, we pay. But when it comes to professional, I mean, they just show up. And I respect that. They just show up. The studio does everything. The studio does their marketing, their pictures, all of that stuff. So there's a big difference. It's almost like an independent music star and a star that's signed under a studio. The independent music star literally does everything to uphold their business. Now, the independent star gets to keep more of their rights. You know what I'm saying? So a studio star max is probably going to make from a scene $3,000 to $5,000 max. I could do a scene and make 10,000, and it's all mine. And it's not, and then if I'm doing well, it's residual. It's every month I'm making this money. My fans, that's not the same with a studio star. They get that paid that one fee, and that's it. And so that's why I would love to do studio porn, but it would have to be some kind of deal.
Top 3 performers you hate and like. Why?
Okay. I do not like Nico Aesthetics. And I wouldn't even really consider him a performer. He's a blogger, but he does do content. He's had some good scenes. I just don't like his demeanor and how he tries to pull down other black creators. And when his friends are called into question for their questionable things, he goes ghost, he goes mute. He doesn't want to be biased, but let it be any other black creator, he's ready to attack. I would say Kai Levine, but we've made up. So
I love Kai.
You know what? I like Kai too, bro. And I promise you, like, I really do like him. I really have like a lot of respect for him. But we did have that issue.
Okay.
You know, I hate to even I scratch that. Well, you know what? You could put it on the interview, but I don't dislike Kai. But if you ask for top 3, like, he was a person that made me the most mad. I said Nico. I said, man, I don't know.
If it's nobody,
I promise you, I will. This is what I will say. I've had rifts with certain people. Like, I remember me and Rude Boy falling out. I remember me and Daddy Corvinus falling out. Me and Kai falling out. And this was all like around like last year. You know, again, we were on Spaces. We were disrespecting each other and stuff like that. But I never hated. I never hated them.
Gotten over it, and y'all have pushed past.
Yeah, I've never hated. You know, I will say what's sad about this though is, like, for example, I'll speak on Rude Boy. Me and him used to be really, really cool before the adult film stuff. Like, I supported his business. I remember him talking me down after the breakup. Like, me and Rude Boy were actually really cool, and it's just like ever since content came in the picture, we fell out. You know, I don't. It's not a fallout. Like, if I see him, it's going to be boxing. But I just know that I can't go talk to him like I used to. And I felt
top 3 performers.
Top 3 performers
that you like.
That I like.
Like, you genuinely like that's my
genuinely.
Not to say, oh, I respect him because he's number 1 or he's doing well. But
I mean, honestly, my friends.
Top 3.
Denzel, Gustavo, and Ginger.
All right.
Those are my top 3.
All right. Name one studio you will work.
Wait, hold on. And my man.
Name one studio you would work for and why.
I would work for men.com. I would work for men.com because I feel like they pay their models well. They produce, their films look high quality. And I've noticed that they have started to integrate more OnlyFans stars and people that don't look like the cookie cutter, you know, American Dream kind of guy. Because they had Santana XXL on there. They have a couple other people on there. But before, they're very much cookie cutter. Like, if you were white, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes. If you were black, European features, and you had to have like a 10-inch. You know what I'm saying? That was the only way you was getting on these studios. But I see men.com elevating. I see them bringing on other creators, and I would love to be a part of that.
Name one black male content creator you want to work with and why, because you haven't already.
I would actually like to work with Daddy Corvinus. If we could get our stuff together, I know that we could create something crazy.
Okay.
And you know what? Throw Kai in there too, because I know that's a package deal. So, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to actually work with those two, because I do believe that we could create, I feel like we would tear it up. We would tear it up.
When are you going to convince James Angel and Flashman Wade to go Grandy Glaze and do a video?
Man, I've been working on it. But honestly, truthfully, those guys are straight. I believe that's just a boundary they don't want to cross. You know, sorry, fans. Sorry, but I'm working on it. Listen, if it do happen, it's probably going to be with me. You know what I'm saying? But
why haven't you worked with Air Thugger?
I just talked to Air Thugger literally in January. There's no reason why we haven't worked together. I just think that he's actually, I don't know if you're like watching, but I think he's kind of bowing out from it. I don't really think he's producing as much content as he used to before.
Okay.
Yeah, because the last video I seen of his was probably March.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he kind of bowing out. But he was definitely on my radar.
How does one collab with you? What is the criteria?
All right. So to collab with me, you know, I want, first of all, you need to be serious. You need to be serious. This is
Define that.
This is okay. Like,
serious doesn't mean
okay. Let me explain what serious is, and it might hurt a bunch of feelings. You need to be ready to work. Like, you need to understand that this is for life. That you don't get to tiptoe in here and say, "Oh, I want the video down next week." You know, because I have a lot of people that have came in here, film with me. They get a boyfriend, now they want the video down, or they get a job and now they want the video down. That's not how this works. If that is you, do not come over here. You feel me? 2, I need you to be able to provide some kind of test results. That's Simple. You know, I don't care about the status. You know, I'm on every medication or prevention you can think of, you know, so I don't really care about that, but you should still be able to provide them when asked.
Okay.
And, you know, other than that, I just need you to have some kind of sex appeal. And sex appeal, it don't matter like what size you are. I need you to be confident and have some kind of sex appeal. I hate working with people I've worked with people that are like, oh, can you not get this out of my face in the film? Or, oh, can you cover up my stomach? It's like, I already knew you were big when I invited you over here. Take that shirt off so I can suck the nipples. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I don't have time for that. That irks my soul. So just have the confidence, be mentally prepared, understand that this is for life. You know, have all your ducks in a row, and you can work with me. I don't, like I said, you don't have to be muscular. You don't have to be any of that.
Well,
I see it.
I
have a plethora. I have a wide. That's why I said that's what I love about this OnlyFans independent. I get to pick the people. Not all of my people look alike at all. Like, you can literally scroll my page and be like, these are completely different people, but somehow they look good in this film with Jacobi. You know, and I feel like that's the beauty of it.
Any regrets?
No, not really. Not really.
What's next? Besides getting on my massage table.
Look, I told you what you got to do for me to get on your massage. Are you ready?
He told me, this is very interesting, and I'm not going to call out everybody, right? But I'll call him out because he's right in front of me.
Call me out.
The thing with a lot of these people, because I know a lot of them, not the new people. I don't know y'all, but I know a lot of the people, right? Everybody knows I like ass. Everybody knows I like ass, right? But people like him, let me not name them. People like him and all the other ones that show faves are like, well, Wes, somebody told me in order to be in a video with them that I had to verse. But I said, I know damn well this person ain't versing in this production that you got going on. Oh, well, we just gonna have to see. And clearly that person did not verse. So it's like a thing where people just want to get me out here and Rhyheim me or master me. And that's not what I want to do. And you just said that, well, you didn't say it, but I'm going to say this. You have quite a few people that are just tops or whatever they are. Mm-hmm. And I don't see them converting and doing extracurricular things on your productions. So why all of a sudden, he told me in order to get on my massage table, I had to get head. Why? Why is this? Oh, I got to do this. But everybody when you be doing this thing with this crown thing, and you be having these crown people on your videos, I don't see them sucking your dick on the video. I just see you on your knees sucking their dick.
Do you be seeing the full video?
I see what you put out there.
Exactly. So with that being said, you know what? I'm going to challenge you because I know that you subscribed to me before. A lot of those people, those trailers, I cut them to where it doesn't look like they done something to me, but a lot of them have definitely
do everything.
I want to say a good 90%. A lot of them have. A lot of them have.
Don't. Why is Wesley got to all of a sudden do something that he normally?
And I'm gonna answer that. You wanted me to be on your massage table, correct?
I didn't even say intercourse. I didn't say nothing like that.
Correct.
It could have just.
I want the film to have a happy ending.
Oh, child.
I'm gonna happy ending you. You should happy ending me.
So that's the only way. That's the only way you could get a happy ending is if somebody's giving you head. I know.
I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. But also, it's the name of the game because if you want something from me, I want something from you. So I want you to do something that you haven't done on camera so that video can sell. Am I wrong for that? I'm not.
Everybody. All I'm saying.
Am I wrong for that?
West. These people that I've known for a while want me to come out of the norm for them. But I see these regular folks on their productions and they don't come out.
But we are still doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't knock. I've done 2 massage scenes, but I've had happy endings on both of those. You know what I mean? And again, listen, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Those are just my stipulations. You feel me? I don't think nothing's wrong with that. I feel like they might want to see you.
I think it's just.
Cause I mean, I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna do it to you.
I think it's just funny how when it comes to me,
I think it'll be a good.
Certain individuals want me to step out of my comfort zone. What's next?
I feel like it could be elevating you.
What's next?
Go back. I feel like it could be elevating you.
We talk.
Oh, you don't talk about no more. You know what? You can say this and this, but it can honestly elevate you.
Hey,
come on.
Come on.
You got to be serious.
Really?
You listen. Hey, but look, you can't be
talking about Fat Rabbit.
When you dabble and dabble,
Fat Rabbit and Cap stay in their box. Why I got to come out the box?
And have you seen me over there?
I haven't. But
there you go.
I'm just saying.
There you go. Because Cap has you have very strict stipulations, and I have a strict stipulation for you, and I feel like I'm entitled to that.
Yeah. In your productions, some of these people don't do everything that you be wanting. Anyways, what's next for you?
He ain't telling the whole truth. A lot of them be doing it. He not telling the truth.
I don't see it.
He not telling. He don't be watching the full video because they be on my toes. They be on my dick. They be on the back. They be doing something. I don't think there's any person that just sat there and didn't do nothing.
So you sucked Flashman Wade's thing.
He was jumping around. Come on.
Jumping around.
Hold on. But look though. But come here. But let me run this by you. This is a business.
Did you answer the question?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I didn't. Okay. But look though. Hold on. Because if we gonna keep it a buck.
Because he's straight and that's flat.
He's gonna bring me the money. And if you were to do that, or any other gay male, I would not have made the money, and that's the fact. Because we're talking about business now. Now we're gonna talk like adults. We can talk about feelings and emotions and how this. No. Because this is not just directed towards you. I think this needs to be said. Everybody can talk about feelings and emotion, but when we're talking about business, and who's gonna bring me that dollar, and all they got to do is jump around and show their butt in the back, and I can get thousands. But it's a very nice butt. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick that every time, and it's not to say that I wouldn't, because obviously there's nobody that can say that I haven't worked with every kind of body type, any kind of person. Nobody can say that. However, I'm going to go what's going to make me the most money and what's going to be the most beneficial. And even for you, as you can sit here and say you only want to do a massage on me or whatever you want to do, cool. But I know a way you can make more money. And it's by doing what I suggested.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if the conversation started that way.
Didn't you say yes? I feel like you said, hold on, don't make me pull a text message because you said I could probably do that.
Say, you can make more money if he was like, well, as long as you're sucking right in. I'm like, first of all, don't nobody come at me like that. I'm not that.
I don't feel like I can't bet you disrespectful. I can't bet you
disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, that kind of talk doesn't encourage me because it's not something that I like to do naturally. So it's like, I was like, all right, whatever.
But look though, but am I allowed to say I don't just want a massage? Because I want my video to make money, and I want to, because again, we gonna jump off each other. You want what you want, which you will get everything that you ask for if you give me what I ask for, and it'll be a fair exchange. Because again, I really can't do anything with a massage video. I could bottom for you. That's fine. But I want the film to be at its peak. And at its peak would be you doing things that you don't do. Yes. I mean, look, it's funny, right? But if you go back and you think about the guys that are doing things with me that they don't do with other guys, that's why we're making the most money. I'm not finna play my game. I'm not finna play with my money like that.
That's hilarious.
It's not. You know it's true.
What's next?
Look, it's gonna help you.
Jacobi.
What's next? You tell me. I'm on the massage chair.
Now he's standing.
What's next? You tell me.
All right, so we're gonna turn ourselves to the TV.
We can go to the next one.
We're gonna turn ourselves to the TV. Social media questions, though.
Hey, y'all tell him what y'all want to see, and I'm gonna make it happen. Y'all want to see Wes?
Let me see. DJ
Lord.
King B. I want to know if him and his partner have ever had a jealous squabble over a collaboration.
No, I mean, hold on, babe. Have we?
You can talk.
Have we? No, I don't. I would answer. I would honestly. I don't think we've ever had a squabble. I know we've probably had where, like, somebody has written me and they might have Alex blocked for some reason, or written Alex had me blocked, and we be like, this is just not a collab we're gonna do. But as far as us being jealous, nah, not yet. And thankfully.
Kool-Aid the rapper says, will there be another class? Something emoji. If so, any open cast?
Oh, he must be talking about
the college joint.
The college joint. I will be doing more themes, and yes, I'll be sending out applications.
Sexy Old School says, when are you coming to Orlando?
Whew. I mean, you gonna send me a plane ticket? I'll come if you send me a plane ticket.
Mike.RY Big E says, if you could be a tree, which would you be and why?
I mean, I only know an oak tree. I don't know that much about trees. I ain't gonna even lie.
Mark 352 says, how many years did you serve in the Army?
6 years.
What did you have any like gay activities in the Army?
Yeah, I did. I had I deployed. I had a little piece when I was deployed.
Okay.
I had a little piece in Iraq, y'all. I had a little piece in Iraq.
Was it a thing that like people knew that you mess with dudes, or you was like undercover?
So I came under Bush. I was under Bush for about a year and a half of my career. So it was completely silent. But then Obama came into office and he was just like,
right,
bump all that. And yeah, that's when I really started doing my activities.
Zilly _in the mix wants to know, when is the interview with Alex? I don't know. Alex is right here.
Alex, I don't know.
Alex, do you want
Alex, can we do an interview?
Did you want one? Down for an interview. All right. Misha _Almatura, when Love and Light TV collab?
So they're talking about Mike Hurt. And I actually mentioned him earlier. He is actually the one who gave me and my ex that talk about joining.
Yeah.
That's my friend. I don't know if we'll ever collab in that way, but we're really close. And he's actually been very pivotal in my career. He's definitely helped me out, but I don't think we'll ever be collabing in that fashion.
Okay. The Feature Museum 901 says, I want to know how, I'm assuming, to get some of the sexiest adult industry actors to create with him, and how do they generate? I guess he's asking you.
Yeah.
But he kind of answered that throughout the interview.
Yeah. I mean, I can answer again. Like I said, I work hard. I'm professional. People make actual money with me. This is not fake money. This is real money. And when they leave my house, no matter what we did, they feel good and they feel confident about it. And they keep coming back. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Mitchell Alexander 2020 says, whose penis was your absolute favorite to blow?
Mike, man. Oh,
all right.
Mike, man. Oof, that was a beautiful.
Is he alert? Because he's like
Mike.
That's one thing I don't like about these performances.
Yeah.
These performances be so mute.
Okay, now I know you're gonna
need him to bleep
I'm gonna answer this, and I know you're gonna say it's PC, but it's just the truth. Okay, you have to realize that we are amateur performers. You think what you do online looks good. You might think that, but another person might look at it and think it's trash. These are things that we have to learn over time. When I look at some of my first videos of me doing stuff, I don't feel like it was the best. Now I feel like I'm serving it. I feel like with him, that's his comfort zone. He's not very verbal. You're not going to get a you or a me from him. He likes to sit there and be in the moment. I've talked to him about it. I mean, I will say in our last couple of videos, he was actually being verbal. He was he was doing it, but it's not because he's not alert. It's not because he's not there. That's just how he enjoys it. He likes to sit back and close his eyes, and he likes that. And that's why I said, even earlier, like, everybody doesn't like everything. You're speaking from a place of what you like. You want to see the money. You want to see that. That's not him. You can't expect that from him.
Okay.
You feel me?
Hey, it is what it is.
Because, people want you to do things.
The only thing that have told me, why is he going backwards? The only thing that have told me to suck D verbally, Alex told me I need to do it one time.
It's a few people. It's a few people.
He said that. Jacobi said that. Kai want me to bottom. It's only 3 y'all. Nobody that has subscribed to me has asked me to do anything that I don't.
I want to see the messages. I don't believe it.
I can show you the message. The Feature Museum 901 also, does he use enhancement supplements to get bigger and stay harder, and what he would recommend? No promo.
I don't use anything to get bigger, but I have definitely used Cialis, Viagra. I've used those before.
All right. The switch off questions. Be the interviewer. This is your opportunity to ask me something, and don't get on my nerves. Pick a topic and ask Wes a question based on the topic. Keep in mind, Wes will ask you a question from the topic as well. You pick from the topic that you pick. You have 3 topics to pick from the list here.
Okay.
So if it's love, you say your topic is love, and then you ask me a question regarding love.
Okay.
Go ahead. You have 3.
So I'm gonna go with sex.
What's the question?
And we want to know when we gonna get that film that we talked about.
What you talking about? What we just had a back and forth?
Correct.
Ciao. Listen here. If Jacobi is as business minded as he claims to be, and he presents it differently than our regular conversation exchange, because he didn't present it as a business thing. He was just like, "Yo, what, you gonna suck my dick?" I'm like, no. We'll see what that conversation is like when I get the business side of Jacobi.
That's how I asked you.
Well, for y'all that don't know, me and Jacobi go way back.
We do.
We've never had sex or anything, but I've known him for a very long time. So I need the business side of Jacobi to
It's
talk
been
to
like
me.
10 years, and you've
I need
seen
the
my business side.
of Jacobi to talk to me, and
Okay.
then we'll have that conversation.
Okay.
Next topic.
Be waiting on my.
Next topic.
Okay. All right. Love. Who are you dating currently?
Devin, shut up. So I go back and forth. I go back and forth with me hating the 2025 dudes that exist currently, because I think a lot of individuals just don't know what love is. And a lot of individuals aren't mature enough to have that conversation or to discuss dating or to like be dating. I think we live in a space now where everyone's doing OnlyFans, everyone's free, everyone's in a polyamorous situation, everyone loves love, everyone's not gay anymore. They're all the letters in the alphabet. So it's been very interesting for me to navigate that space, right? Because I'm more traditional than people would think or seem. But I am talking to someone.
Okay.
It's in the talking to someone stage. What that is in today's climate, I have no idea. I've been navigating and trying to figure shit out. But yes, I like him a lot. I've had him around my friends, so my friends know him.
Okay.
And my friends like him a lot, and they compare him to people that I've brought around before, and they're like, he's dope, I like him. But because I'm a lover, and I'm like, you know, what is that? What's the word I'm looking for, the phrase? Hopeless romantic. I tend to go there very quick, and I have to realize that this space and climate of men don't really appreciate that. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but for me and my feelings, I kind of like have to reel things back sometimes and be like, we're both still single. We're both like, whatever. But yes, I am talking to someone.
I mean, do you, and you don't have to be long with this, but I mean, do you find yourself changing some of your ways to conform to him? Because I don't think there's a right or wrong way. If you're more traditional and you might be talking to somebody that might be a little more.
The fact that I'm still talking to this person means that I have.
Okay.
Because the old West would stop a long time ago.
Well, look at that growth.
Yeah.
Growth.
Yeah, it's not
trying new things. Trying new things in 2025.
Sucking dick growth.
It might be.
You know, I asked him too. I was like, do you want to F me? And he was like, no. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know, things change after a while, especially,
especially
when you're dating. Things change after a while, and you know, I respect that, because obviously I've never heard anybody doing that to you. I don't know if you've done in your previous relationship.
Doing what to me?
You know, you being on the bus. I've
never. Like I said, everybody knows I like ass.
Yeah.
Y'all see my Instagram? It's all. Yeah. Next topic. You hilarious.
Hey, listen, I told you I'm gonna get you. Okay. Okay. Let's go with lies. What's
the question?
Do you really like my content? Do you feel like I'm a good businessman, or are you just saying that?
That's like 3 questions. Do I like your content? Yes. I can't watch your content because you do things that I just don't naturally get off on.
Gotcha.
Like it seems like right now, the only one content creator that I can watch, and I literally nutted twice back to back, is Fat Rabbit. Reason being is because all I see is his junk and the butt
Booty.
and his hard pounding.
Yeah.
And I like hard pounding, and especially when he does the wide shot and he has a beautiful backside and it's just going up and down. That just gets me together.
Trust me, I've subscribed. That's why I'm like, you asked me why I work with him. I'm like, it ain't because of me, because I would definitely go over there.
And the business aspect, I think, from my experiences, because I've worked on maybe 7 or 8 of his productions, the ones that you see themes on, okay, that's me, okay, that's me, right?
He was there.
And so I like that aspect of Jacobi, and I respect that aspect of Jacobi because I'm that creative side. And I always get paid, which I respect as well. So the business side of you is a great side of you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We should have did half and half on this.
We should have.
Back and forth.
I like these questions.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
I mind you, y'all, I skipped like 40 questions.
Listen, put them back on.
We don't. Yeah. So you can only pick one.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
Don't say neither, both.
Okay.
One or the other.
He said, don't be scared. Oh, Lord. Mustang.
Talking to the mic. Make sure.
You mean pick as in far as what?
Whatever is in your head, you're picking just that one. And I just need to hear the name.
Mustang. Daddy Corvinus. Woo! They both my friends. I like them both, low key. Oh my gosh. Oh. Crave, only because he hit it good. Next. Grandy. Hercules. James.
Oh,
I'm sorry, not James. I'm sorry. Dallas.
Okay.
Flashman. Oh, come on. Oh man, you did your research. I can't.
You have to.
I can't. Okay. It's Denzel.
All right.
I love Flex though. I love Flex. I love Flex.
Cool.
I love Flex.
He's sexy.
I love Flex.
Is he like good personality, great personality?
Yeah, me and Flex have worked like 4 or 5 times at this point.
Okay.
Actually, we all kind of, Denzel and Flex all did a little scene together.
Oh, okay.
But I just picked Denzel just because he's just around me more often, and
he in the house.
That's my baby.
House,
yeah,
right?
That's my baby right there. Ooh, Rhyheim.
All right. I love you, Cap. I love you.
I love you, Cap.
All right. So listen, I thought this was about to be a 4-hour interview.
Now you need to go back and read that. Okay?
Devin over there was like, damn, you got that many questions. But the reason why I skipped a lot is because we were answering. We were going along, and it was literally like, I already asked this. And I had a lot of questions in there about us, but I was like, yeah, no, we don't need to do that. Anyways, anything that you have to say to these people?
Yeah, you know what? I do want to say this because I think this is important. Okay, so
talk to that camera.
Just as we were talking about being a Black creator in general, right? I am at the point in my life where I do feel like we need to work together more. We need to find a space where we are uplifting and supporting each other, like you said earlier, because if you haven't noticed, the blogs watch us, people watch us, and as soon as we make any mistake, there's a YouTube video on you without even asking you, is this real or not? You have people lying on you and all these things. And I just feel like as Black creators, we need to have just a little bit more professionalism. So if you have a problem with another creator, instead of putting it online, try inboxing each other. You know what I'm saying? Try working it in-house. And I'm only saying that because I see the other people, they do it. Our counterparts, the white people, they tend to make up. They tend to, when they have an issue, they don't put it online unless it's something like major. Like you're not going to see, such and such showed up to my house late. Now I hate them and I'm just bashing them like I see, with our people. And I'm only asking this of us because I feel like as Black creators, we're already at the bottom of the totem pole. We have to work twice as hard. We have to fight through it. We have to fight through all. People already have this perceptions of us. Even when I'm trying to get people to come from overseas over here, they're like, oh no, Atlanta, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, oh no, we see this, we see this, we see this. And I just kind of feel like there's so much more to us as Black creators. And I just feel like we just need to support each other better. We got to stop hating on each other. Listen, if you feel like somebody's content is whack, why not just inbox them and say, hey, bro, I think you could have did this better? Why post it publicly?
But does everybody people don't have that place though. Like if you're
that's how I feel.
If you're a stranger or whatever, like where's your place in doing that?
That's what
I just don't understand how small. You really have to realize that your brain has to be that minute.
Yes.
If you don't know someone and you don't like what they do, but you feel that you need to take the time to tell them that you don't like what they do,
it's easier than admitting.
Crazy.
It's easier than admitting that you might be jealous. You might feel like, okay, this person, I'm seeing this person do things that I've done, but they're superseding me. And I feel like it's a little easier to say, well, their content sucks, or their D isn't bigger than mine, or their butt isn't bigger than mine, or like I've seen stuff about me talk about my height, my skin complexion. I've seen people talking about my front and my back, and I'm just like, and maybe I'm delusional. I think I'm fine. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm fine as hell. But I've seen comments like, oh, why was it Jacobi, not me? I've seen inboxes of people inboxing other creators. Why do they work with me and not them? And it's just like, at the end of the day, you just have to take it for what it is. You lost. I got it. The collab, you lost. And I'm not being cocky. That's just what it is. I also get rejected. And when I get rejected, I look at it as a loss. And so it's just changing your mind frame, understanding that we are Black creators. I do not want to rain on another Black person's content creation or anybody's right? By that manner, but just I'm speaking specifically to us because I see how we operate versus how, and I hate to say they, but how they operate. They just operate on a totally different level. When I'm around, Caucasians and we're filming, I don't get all the cattiness. I don't get that. I'm not saying they don't have it, but I don't get that. And I just want us as Black creators to do better because it's going to make us look better. We're going to make more money together. You know what I'm saying? I made up with Ray Potts. Me and Ray Potts used to hate each other. And we sat down.
We have to do the video.
It might happen, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, we sat down, we had that conversation, and now we talking about doing a video together. And I think that that's important just to build relations. So if you have a problem with somebody, don't put it online, especially as a Black girl, don't put it online. Because I'm telling you, that person's going to make a YouTube video. They're going to lie about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if we don't give these people anything to talk about, they're going to implode and fall off. And that's just all I want from Black creators. Period. That's why when I came here, I said, I don't have no issue. I don't have no problem because I really don't. I've really made amends with Kai Levine, Daddy Corvinus, anybody that I've had an issue with, I've made amends. And if there's a person out there that doesn't like me, please feel free to inbox me. Please feel free to reach out. Like that's what I want because I need us to just do better.
So it's been interesting navigating this space from being the cameraman and getting into front of the camera.
Yeah.
Some of y'all are just crazy.
They are.
And it's like, I don't know, it's just been very interesting. The reason why I don't do all of the shenanigans and all of that stuff is because some of y'all are just crazy.
They are.
And I like my peace.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And I don't you have the diplomatic stance on a lot of things. I'm not diplomatic on none of that.
It's not me being diplomatic. It's just understanding that
or giving grace.
It's just
everybody needs grace.
I don't feel like everybody needs grace because there are people that I absolutely will not deal with anymore. But I do feel like I would be ignorant to just believe. I could walk around and say everybody's jealous of me. I could walk around and be like, look, I've been superseding y'all. I've been making y'all look crazy. I could be like that. I could be that person. But at the same time, why would I want to do? That's not just, you know what I'm saying? I want to see us win as creators. That's what I got into the industry for. I got in here to facilitate Black content creation in a different way. I don't want to lose sight of that because I might get a little bit of hate from, some other Black content creators. I don't want to lose sight of that because I could easily be like, you know what? I'm not going to do any more Black creators and I could just do white and Latinos and just let that be that. But, that's just never been my goal. And that's why I said I'm not trying to be diplomatic. I just understand how a person could be upset or feel like slighted if somebody just came into the game and ate up how I did. If you want to call that cocky, call it cocky, but the numbers don't lie. But I also don't want to make that person feel less than. It just is what it is. I'm good at marketing. If you need help, ask me. I run classes. I literally run a class on how to run your OnlyFans. There's no need to be in competition with me because I'm not your competition. And I never will be. I don't see, I promise you, you want to be controversial? I don't even see Rhyheim as competition. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I don't see him like, oh, I want to be Rhyheim. That's never, you want to know who my inspirations are? Tyler Perry, Spike Lee. Think about it. Tyler Perry, Medea's Family Reunion, Medea's Jailhouse. That's literally how my films are named. Jacobi's Cabaret, Jacobi's Horror Story. Like, those are my inspirations when I'm making my films. It's not, other people, because I've seen that before too. Oh, he's taking ideas from people. My ideas are original. I've made original films. I'm not here to debate that. But like I said, I just want us as Black creators, again, not to be diplomatic, not saying everybody deserves grace, but I do feel like a lot of the animosity and stuff is just coming from a place of they are doing this content creation and it's not working for them, and they just see me as a threat.
They suck, Jacobi. It's okay.
I mean,
like, people
okay.
Suck. It's all right.
I mean,
if y'all suck, y'all suck. If he don't want to work with
I mean,
you,
I sucked. I sucked. When I first started, I sucked. When I first started, I sucked. I practiced. I got better. I asked for help.
I don't suck, but he want me to. It made no sense. He want an awkward ass video. That's awkward.
It ain't gonna be awkward.
That's awkward.
It ain't gonna be awkward.
Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. This was a great conversation.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was gonna be a 5-hour interview, and it's not. That's great. That's lovely. Thank you for coming in. You swear you told the whole truth and nothing but truth?
I told the whole truth and nothing. Listen, $10,000 who could ever find out who I paid? What I say, $5K? $3K? What I say?
Whatever you paid.
$10,000 because y'all
know you paying Grandy. We know you paying Grandy.
Show me the receipts. Show me the receipt. No. Grandy got paid. He definitely got paid.
By everybody else.
By everybody else.
I like that.
By everybody else.
Like
Grandy got paid.
All right, y'all. So y'all wait on that video that he said that he whatever. I love y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Let me see how I looked in this camera.
Nope, you ain't see his shit.
She said, that's not going to be too diplomatic. Let you do it.
I'm like, why? All right.
That's all.